Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining another Discord Showcase AMA. My name is Zanzi, and I'm the host of this series. Today, we got a very special guest coming in from O3 Labs, Artificial Internet. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Zounzi. Is it Zounzi? How do I pronounce it?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you can call me Matt as well. That's yeah. I don't mind giving my real name.
Perfect. We'll go with that. Cool. I always like to kick things off doing introductions. So, would you mind telling us a bit about your backstory? What got you into crypto, and what ultimately got you involved with the O3 Labs project?
Sure, yeah. I got into crypto in 2017, like one of the first major bull runs, and I made a Coinbase, bought some Bitcoin, and I kind of forgot about it. And I was traveling abroad in later in 2019, and I had to send money home. But I went to a bank, and they sort of restricted me from sending money, and there was like a 5% fee. I didn't want to do it. They sort of told me that I also wasn't able to do it because I wanted to pay my student loans back in America. And I ended up buying Bitcoin at the time, like for an absurd price, $3,000. And I was just sitting on it, and I sent some home to pay my student loans. It was so convenient to do. Like I didn't have to walk to a bank, I didn't have to open an account, anything like that. So I was pretty hooked on it just from the utility to send money overseas very quickly and efficiently. Um, and then you sort of go down the rabbit hole of getting into altcoins. I went to some meetups in Shanghai, and that's where I met my current boss, and he saw my passion for this industry and decided to have me on board, join O3 Labs. Little by little, became the spokesman and sort of social media manager here. I've become a way better public speaker than when I first started. But yeah, that's just a little bit about my journey, how I got into crypto. Started buying stocks initially, and then yeah, 2017, 2018 bull run sort of got more and more into crypto, traveling abroad, wanted to send money home, and it was easy and convenient. Then I met my boss, who I think he was buying Ethereum like way early, and yeah, the rest is history. Just trying to build up our protocol now.
Cool, cool. That's pretty awesome stuff. So regarding your boss and O3 Labs, um, why don't we get a bit into the backstory of O3 Labs? Like, when did you guys start working on that project, and what's that journey been like?
Sure. So the story goes, we were initially just a wallet for the Neo community starting in 2017. This is way before I joined. I joined the project in 2020. So back at that time, Neo was sort of blowing up, and they're being called like the Ethereum of China. And O3 Labs got its start building out the wallet for Neo and the Neo blockchain. Uh, but sometime in late 2019, after sort of DeFi summer, I believe, my boss, he was getting discouraged with the Neo community, and didn't think there was any possible way that they could keep up with what was going on the Ethereum blockchain. Uh, so he really wanted to participate in DeFi summer. He was a little bit late, but he built out his team, and by 2021, spring of 2021, we had a whole new wallet built that was compatible on different Ethereum blockchains, and the initial O3 swap protocol. And we started out just crossing chains on Ethereum, Polygon, and BNB chain, and we sort of just built it out from there to Arbitrum and Optimism, all the different EVM compatible chains we now work with, including Polygon's Ethereum scaling chain.
Fantastic. So, what exactly is O3 interchange and O3 swap. Do you want to break down how all of that all works?
Yeah, so O3 interchange is both a cross-chain DEX, cross-chain decentralized exchange, and a cross-chain aggregation protocol built on now eight or nine EVM compatible chains, including Polygon, BNB Chain, Ethereum, Gnosis, Optimism, and Arbitrum, and of course Ethereum, if I didn't mention it. Uh, we can bridge across those chains. We can also swap across those chains, meaning that we can do asymmetric assets because of our background in aggregation. Uh, there we have AMM pools built on all the different chains. We've got the O3 gas station. We basically believe that users should never have to go to a centralized exchange again if they want to cross chains, if they want to get gas tokens. All of that can be done on O3 interchange pretty smoothly. That's sort of our mission, is to be able to cross chains in a decentralized way without the hassle of logging into a centralized exchange, uh, putting in 2 or 3 orders. We want users to be able to swap across chains at the click of a button.
Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal mission statement, especially like stating that users shouldn't have to rely on a centralized exchange at all for having to swap bridge between networks. I think that's really key that you highlighted that. Um, so, is there a token issued by O3 Labs, and if so, how does that play into the protocol? How is it utilized?
Yeah, we have a token. It's the O3 token. It's currently used as rewards for users that are staking liquidity on our platform, O3 Interchange. It's found at v2.o3swap.com. The token will also be used for governance in the future when we build out our O3 DAO. So basically, we plan the DAO to make decisions about like the rewards that the protocol is spitting out, about buybacks and burns, how often to do them, how to adjust the rate so that the protocol is still making revenue, uh, how like what new chains and new tokens to add to the protocol. It's very easy for us to add new chains and tokens, but we need to have a user base that's trading these tokens because the protocol only makes revenue based on the trading volume. So if we don't have trade volume, the users don't have a say in which tokens and chains are added, then basically that would spell like the end of the protocol. And we also just believe in a DAO, a decentralized uh, autonomous organization, so users can have a democracy be formed and govern the future of the protocol, see which direction we head in.
For sure. So, what is O3 interchange? How does trading across change work? Like, what are liquidity layers one and two on O3 interchange?
Okay, yeah. So O3 Interchange works on 2 liquidity layers. One are the advanced market maker pools that are found in the hub. We have a bunch of different pools on a bunch of different chains. Over 7.32 million in liquidity in the hub currently. But uh, these pools are built for crossing chains. And the way we cross chains is we have what's called a peg token. We for short a P token for every one of these assets within our liquidity pools. So USDT, USDC, BTC, Ethereum, uh, the gas token for Polygon, Matic, we have P tokens so that they can cross chains very easily. But the thing is, these P tokens aren't issued by O3 Labs. We don't mint them. The users do. And the users mint them because they're going to get an advantage when it comes to staking and earning O3 token if they're balancing the pools in the proper direction. So we have both a need for native tokens and P tokens within that first layer of liquidity, which is our own AMM pools. The second layer of liquidity is rooted in our background as an aggregator, right? We source that second layer of liquidity from the top decentralized exchanges on all the chains that we support. So if you think of Polygon chain, you think of QuickSwap, right? that's the biggest DEX, we connect with them for a second layer of liquidity. If you're talking about BNB chain, we link with PancakeSwap. So that's the second layer of liquidity, is directly from the top DEXs on that blockchain. That provides the second layer of liquidity, so that O3 interchange will never have the liquidity problems that maybe some other DEXs have.
Okay, that's starting to make some sense. Just like a little bit, could you like clarify more about how the P tokens work? So they're like pegged one to one to the underlying asset. Like, so say, like, I don't know, what are some examples of P tokens and just how they work?
Yeah, sure. So a user would basically go into the hub, and they would have their native tokens, right, within their wallet. And their incentive for pegging a token is that when you balance the pool in the correct way with your P token, um, you're going to get a higher LP receipt for your liquidity that you staked. That higher LP receipt allows you to go to the vault and stake for a higher rate of O3 rewards. And yes, that P token is one to one with the native token. There is the chance of impermanent loss when you're withdrawing, but you can choose whether you want to withdraw a single token or the optimal pair of withdrawing P tokens and native tokens when you're withdrawing from that pool. We also have the barter function. So say you have a P token and you want to barter for a native token. If there's a higher balance of that native token within the pool, then actually there's an arbitrage opportunity for you to get a higher amount of native token from that pool. So users will benefit every time they're helping us balance those native token and P token pools on the hub. And they can always peg and barter and withdraw that liquidity at any time.
Okay. Would you want to jump into doing a showcase of everything for us by chance?
Sure, yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll share my screen. You guys can see my face a little bit bright here. All right, let's go live. Can you guys see my screen okay? Soundsy?
Yeah, it looks great.
Can you guys see me? Okay, cool. Perfect.
Oh, we could see you too.
So yeah, no problem. I don't mind. So basically, we've got the bridge here. This is for single asset bridging. So we have a whole list of tokens that you can bridge across chains and P tokens, because the bridge is based on our hub that I was just talking about. So if you want to go across chains and bridge across a whole list here of chains, we can help you bridge across those chains based on liquidity within our hub. Next, we have Swap. Swap is the O3 aggregator that I was talking about before. We can swap asymmetric assets across chains. So say you want to swap Matic on Matic chain for USDT on Arbitrum. We can do that because we're connected to the biggest DEX on Matic, QuickSwap, and the biggest DEX on Arbitrum. I believe it's Sushi or Uni on Arbitrum. So we could do a swap real quick if you guys want to see it. Pretty standard stuff here. We're just aggregating from the top dexes on those blockchains, on the Matic and the Arbitrum blockchain. So yeah, pretty standard here. Next, I can just get into the hub and the P tokens that I was talking about. So since we're in the Polygon community, I'll go into the Matic pools, since that's what I prepared. And you can see we have a Matic native token and that pegged Matic P token here. And that's unbalanced on Ethereum. It's also unbalanced on Polygon. And look, there are about 5,000 more peg tokens than there are native tokens. So what I can do is I can add the native tokens within that pool. Actually, the first thing I would probably do is I would barter that P token for a native token here. And you see how I'm getting a little bit less native token, and that's because there's more P token within the pool. But that's okay. This is just a demonstration. I'll just show you guys. I'm bartering. A little bit slow MetaMask here. Nevertheless, the show goes on. Just updating my gas. All right, so I bartered that P token for native token, native Matic. Now I've got that native wrapped Matic here. And if you see here very, very dimly, I'm going to get a 0.03% boost on that LP. And that's part of the arbitrage opportunity here. Because I'm balancing the pool in the proper direction, I'm going to get a little bit higher of an LP. And if the pool's really unbalanced, you're going to get a much higher LP for helping us balance those pools. These pools are to help us cross chains, to support our bridge function up here, and to support our O3 gas station here, which I'll get into next. But first, I'll show you, once you get that LP, you would go to the Polygon mainnet vault, and you see here I've got a ton of LP within my wallet here. I would just stake it, and immediately I can start earning O3 rewards for staking my LP. Does that make sense, bud?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's starting to make sense. Yeah, definitely clicking. By the way, guys, forgot to mention, if you have any questions for Matt, please drop them in the voice chat text channel, and I'll read them out loud. Just can't let everybody unmute their mics, as it could turn into chaos.
Yeah, no problem. I see here a lot of people hopping in and out of the group. It's okay, but I've already earned some O3 here for my LP. I'm staking Matic. You know, it's very cheap to unstake and stake Matic, and I believe in the token. Obviously, I have a ton of Matic here. Big fan of Polygon. Your guys' marketing is on point. The community is growing at breakneck speed. Super great to be doing this demonstration in the Polygon community.
Thank you,
Last thing,
Matt.
I guess. Yeah, no problem, man. Last thing, I guess I think is a true innovation for a decentralized exchange and aggregator like us is our O3 gas station. So once again, since we're in the Matic community, right? I can swap directly for Matic without having any Matic on that chain. And that's thanks to the O3 gas station and our aggregators. So I don't have to go to a centralized exchange. So I'm on Arbitrum. I can change my MetaMask to Arbitrum real quick if MetaMask wants to cooperate. Arbitrum 1. And basically, the fee is a very small amount of ETH. Wow, Arbitrum's scaling as well. Polygon's got the work cut out for me. I think the slippage has to be even 2%. And I can get actually let's just do $15. No big deal. I can get Matic on the Matic blockchain without ever going to the centralized exchange. Just gotta do the approvals as per usual. But yeah, have you ever seen a product like this before, Zanzi?
No, not that's live. Anyways, I've seen one on testnet, but yeah, this is really interesting. I like it a lot. What I'm seeing here.
Yeah, you can get gas on all the chains that we support, basically swapping from lots of different tokens here, thanks to our O3 aggregator. So yeah, basically eliminating the need to log into a Coinbase, log into a Binance, then make like 3 trades and then withdraw on the destination chain. You can just do it in one fell swoop if you have assets in different cryptos on different chains that we support. I think I think it's dope.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And I'd imagine that it probably opens up a lot of arbitraging opportunities.
The gas station or the hub?
Both, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. This is like one-stop shop decentralized trading for people that don't want to go to a centralized exchange ever again. This is sort of like the whole mission behind O3 swap and O3 interchange to state it clearly. Yeah, of course. The Yeah, I mean, I think I think the possibilities are endless, and certainly with all the different ecosystems that we already support, growing their communities and growing the projects, um, this token list here and all the different blockchains that we support is about to get longer. This week we'll be supporting Avalanche, so swapping across all the chains that we already support, in addition to Avalanche, and we'll be adding more and more EVM blockchains as we continue on our roadmap. So yeah.
Fantastic. And yeah, I got a bunch of your website, your social links in the voice chat text channel for people to check out. Also, guys, I know you got questions for Matt, so make sure you ask them while he's here. One thing I do want to bring up is I saw something, an announcement about some kind of dual yield liquidity mining and cross chain airdrop. What's that all about?
Okay. Yeah. So we just launched on the Cube blockchain. So if users right now who cross chains over $100 in value to Cube, they'll get a dual airdrop both in Cube and in Corn, which is the coin of their top DEX, Capricorn Finance. So yeah, right now users can basically bridge or swap from any of our other blockchains to Cube. If it's over $100, users will be in line for an airdrop for Cube and Corn. As for the dual pools, right? I think that's also on Capricorn Finance. Not too sure. We have a lot. Let me find the tweet. Yeah, we have a lot of different. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, basically we've got a dual yield farm on Cube. So you can go to the Cube blockchain, Capricorn Finance, and stake O3 to earn both Cube and that Corn token. And additionally, we've got the airdrop where if you cross over to Cube network from any of the other chains we support, if the transaction exceeds $100, you're going to be in line for an airdrop of both the Cube token and the Corn token.
Yeah, that's pretty
So yeah,
exciting. And just to clarify, like say I bridge over like $10,000, will I get more than someone who bridges 100, or is it kind of like an equal airdrop for everyone that does over 100?
it's a very good question and one that I cannot answer because Cube and Capricorn will be handling the airdrops. I believe it depends how many people swap across chains, and they have a pool and they're going to divvy it up equally among the people. I don't think it could be that if you cross over more, you get more of an airdrop, but I'm not sure. They didn't even tell us the details like so clearly. I think they're still deciding themselves.
Okay, cool. No, no worries. That's really cool that it's going on in the first place. It's some good alpha for everybody listening in. Our friend Aditya has a question. He's wondering if he barters his 10 USDC for some other coin, what exactly happens to his USDC? Does it get added to O3 pools or does it get bridged to another chain? So,
Okay, so if you're bartering USDC within here, that USDC will go into the pool. No, no, no. If you barter a USDC, I'll just show you guys real quick. I've got some USDC on Arbitrum. So you can take like 15 USDC and bridge it to and barter for PUSDC. Now you notice because there's a little bit less PUSDC in the pool, I'm going to get a little bit less PUSDC when I'm bartering. And that's because that's a negative arbitrage opportunity. Actually, the flip side would be better, right? I would get actually a little bit more USDC, but then there would be a fee actually. So yeah, like it's still about the same. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, this is actually the better arbitrage opportunity, the PUSDC for the USDC. It doesn't go into a pool when you're bartering. It goes into your wallet. So I could show you that. I could show you guys that. Let me just approve it. Takes a second, but we got time. We're only 30 minutes in. So these PUSDCs and all of these P tokens for that matter, they're minted by the user for the user and to enable cross-chain swapping. These P tokens are just created so that we can cross-chains easier in a more direct way within the protocol. So because we have the pool here on Ethereum, BNB chain, Gnosis, all these chains, these PUSDC tokens enable bridging to take place across these chains. And they only exist within the protocol, and they can only be minted by the users. We can't mint a bunch of these tokens, and it's to make sure that both the locking of that native token and the minting of that PUSDC are in equal and fair amounts, governed by the pools here, governed by our AMM pools here. So I think I proved it right. I can barter over for PUSDC. MetaMask is a little bit slow. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can see these pop-ups when they pop up.
No, we can't. We just see your internet browser.
Okay.
But it's all good.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess one thing that.
So Aditya, Aditya's question is pretty astute, pretty good question. See how I have that PUSDC? It's in my wallet. I didn't when I bartered, it didn't go into any pool. Users can deposit and withdraw from pools at will. So I have this PUSDC now. I might as well deposit it into the pool. I'm going to get a little bit better of an LP because I'm balancing the pool in the proper direction. Yeah. I don't think I need to go through with this transaction.
Okay, so essentially you can barter USDC for PUSD and then use it to create a pool and earn O3 token on that pool?
Yeah, exactly. All liquidity deposited into our liquidity pools here is used to earn O3 token within the vault. So basically, you deposit liquidity, whether that be wrapped Matic or pegged wrapped Matic, or equal amounts of both, right? If the pool's already balanced, and then you get your LP and you would stake it within the vault for O3 tokens.
Okay, cool. So one question that I have, going back to like those USDC pools, is I noticed that a couple of them had like way more USDC than PUSDC. Like for example, the Ethereum pool, it's almost double. I'm wondering how, like, if the idea is for these to be like 1-to-1, how does that happen? Is that from people bridging a lot to Ethereum chain, and then there just happens to be more USDC on Ethereum? How does that all work?
Basically, that USDC got here from people staking their native USDC and not knowing that if they peg it to PUSDC, they're going to get a higher LP and a higher rate of return. Basically, they don't know about that arbitrage opportunity yet, in my opinion. When we're bridging, there's no like, if you're bridging to like the Ethereum chain, right, from BNB chain, you're going to be depositing into that BNB chain, whatever token you use when you bridge. and then the token that you receive is going to come out of that Ethereum pool, right? So say we're bridging, we can even do, I don't know why Siri thinks she can talk to me right now. We can do USDC or PUSDC, bridging across BNB to Ethereum. And when you're bridging, it's going to deposit that token within the BNB pool, within that USDC BNB pool, right? And it's going to be spitting out your USDC or PUSDC on the Ethereum chain directly, like from our pools. That's what happens.
Okay, cool. Um, does that clarify everything for you, Aditya? Let me know in the chat because he's saying he meant to say what happens to the coins I barter away. Where does it go? I get that what I barter for goes to my wallet. So I think like essentially
Yeah, okay. It
you
will be locked. It will be locked in a smart contract.
yeah. So you barter USDC for PUSDC, and then the USDC you bartered is in a smart contract, and you have the PUSDC as a receipt token, which you can then later use to claim back your USDC essentially.
Yeah, you could barter it back to claim back your USDC.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Cool. Well, while we wait for some other questions to come in, I want to ask, what's it been like building through a bear market?
Oh, it's been hell. We're all broke, and no, it's fun. It's the same as it was when it was a bull market. Bear or bull market, we fully expect cross-chain to take off, as all these different communities that we're bridging and swapping to and from, uh, add to their ecosystems, and we continue to add new chains and tokens. Um, Certainly, it's not a great sight to look at a bunch of different projects failing and becoming, obsolete, rugging, people losing their money. Certainly, it appears that the global economy is gonna go through go through some type of a downturn. But the mission, was and continues to be decentralized swapping across all these different chains. And we're building out not just our technology, but our marketing, our partnerships, um, our brand and product better. I didn't even get to talk about our O3 cross-chain wallet. So we've just been building Bear or Bull like this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I
So,
think that's really good. That you guys just got your heads down, working hard. Doesn't matter that there's a bear market going on. I always like to say bear markets are build markets, right? And it's nice that it. I mean, it's bad, I guess, that a lot of people are losing money, but it's nice that a lot of the garbage is getting flushed out, and the stuff that's important is continuing to grow. And yeah, that's awesome stuff. I'm glad things are still going well for you guys, and that you haven't been too negatively affected by the bear market.
no, I think most of our capital is in stables farming. So we don't, we don't have control of anyone's funds within these pools. Everyone has their private keys and their LP. They can always deposit and withdraw at will. I think that's one of the great things about, DeFi, is that we never even have control of anyone's funds. Actually, I can show you guys. I'm writing an article. The
You're
version
sounding
one of Poetry.
sounding a little
Sorry.
robotic.
Uh, how do I sound now? Am I good?
I don't know. It's like your internet connection suddenly got not as good, but yeah, we can still hear you. Okay, it's been getting a little choppy. Aditya says, bear market or not, he believes O3 Labs has amazing potential. And Miguel was wondering, how many chains do you expect to launch on just this year? So you're already on several chains. Would it be like, I don't know how many, like eight or so? How many chains do you expect to be on by the end of the year?
Yeah, we're on 8. How many do we expect to be on at the end of the year?
Or do you gotta like alpha
Ah,
police and not leak?
I can you hear me?
You sound good again.
Okay, yeah. I would expect I want to say like 15 at the rate we're going, but I don't know. They haven't really clarified. The only limitation we have when it comes to adding new chains is that they've got to be EVM compatible, um, because our developers are, working with Solidity and they're working like based on Ethereum. So if it's not EVM compatible, we can't add it. I expect somewhere in the realm of 10 to 15 chains, if I could give a range. But the rate, like we're going to launch on Avalanche this week. We just launched on Cube last week. If we keep up this rate, then I think 15 chains is doable. But I think it has to be worth it for us to launch on a chain. They have to have a built out ecosystem like Polygon has, or like BNB chain has. And they've got to have like some trade volume to boot. Otherwise, it's not worth it for us. The more chains, the more security risks there are. But certainly, we're audited. We're doing real time monitoring and whatnot. We can add chains and assets relatively quickly, but uh, it depends on the chain's potential.
For sure. Now that your mic's working well again, did you want to showcase the wallet?
The wallet only works on mobile, but I just want to showcase on our website here, users can download the wallet for iOS or Android. We are building a wallet extension like MetaMask for Chrome. In addition, uh, the wallet has all the capabilities of O3 interchange built into it. So users can swap across chains directly within their O3 cross-chain wallet, as the name suggests. So all of this swap functionality that we have on the dApp can all be done from mobile within the wallet. You don't even have to like uh, surf and connect your wallet via the browser. Though you could also do that, but swapping within the wallet on your mobile device is as easy as, one, two, three. I have some screenshots I could show you guys of. You guys can also store your NFTs within the O3 wallet. I can show you guys some of my NFTs I posted. I'm pretty bullish on NFTs as well. Maybe if I do Command
What are
N.
some of your, getting a little off topic, but that's okay. What are some of your favorite NFTs?
My favorite is probably like Neo Tokyo, the the Neo Tokyo like line. That's like they're building the metaverse. That's the thing. I like Women and Weapons. Can I just see if I can get this screenshot of the O3 wallet? Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm not prepared to talk about. Uh, so many promotions.
It's all good, man. Um, we can check it out.
Yeah,
I'll post a link in the
yeah,
chat.
yeah. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, I can post a link in the chat. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. Let me get my mobile out.
Cool. But yeah, it was a
Yeah,
really
not so
great
many people here.
presentation of the whole O3 swap and interchange, and the hub as well. I'm definitely going to be testing it out, and using it as a
Uh,
bridge
uh,
to other chains instead of using a centralized exchange. Really excited to see all this built out. Um, we still got a few more minutes left here if anyone wants to get some questions in for Matt while we got him. So,
yeah, one thing I just wanted to mention is we've got about $9 million in liquidity on our V1 within our hubs on our V1 protocol. And one of the amazing things about DeFi is that we would love to have this liquidity in our new pools on V2, but we can't move it, right? Because we don't have the ability to touch anyone's money, and that's really within the spirit of decentralization. That even though you guys have deposited within our pools, we have $9 million in liquidity here, earning 0% APR, and we would love it if these users woke up and sort of moved their liquidity to the hub for actual APR, to the tune of 122%. I think actually 925% on Cube is the APR rate since we just launched on Cube and we're looking to bootstrap liquidity there. So that's one of the beautiful things about AMM pools is that even though protocol launches a pool, if you guys deposit, you guys still have full control over your money.
yeah, self custody of assets super important, especially seeing all these I don't know, big projects like I don't know Celsius and others go insolvent or freeze withdrawals, and not your keys, not your coins. Um, yeah, I'm super excited about what you guys are doing, and excited to see you guys continue growing. One thing you mentioned, partnerships. So you've got a lot of partnerships going on already, for sure. Do you want to talk about any like key partnerships going on right now or upcoming partnerships that you're excited about?
Well, we're looking for actual projects to open up pools within the O3 hub, and it's difficult going. We got two projects in Wing Finance, which is not built on Polygon. It's built on Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and OKX, and they're going to be launching their own liquidity pool here to help their users cross chains. We're also working with a company called Ruby, which is a mix of CeFi and DeFi. They're going to be giving us liquidity for our pools here. So we just want to be able to, those projects that need to bridge their tokens and are existing on multiple blockchains, we want to be their go-to source for bridging them and swapping them across chains. So if you guys know of any projects that exist on multiple chains and aren't satisfied with their current bridging solutions, uh, you know, you guys can go to O3 Discord and have us contact them. We're looking for more partners to bridge across chains. We fully believe in cross chain and we're fully committed to a cross chain future.
Awesome. Um, cool. So I think you've given a really thorough, in-depth overview of the entire O3 Labs ecosystem, which has been awesome. Thank you so much. I just want to confirm, is there any other narratives you want to explore? Anything else you want to touch on?
Um, I would just have users like download the wallet and try out the wallet from there. They can also import their MetaMask into the wallet. The great thing about the wallet is it's got all the capabilities and functionalities of our cross-chain decentralized exchange. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't see these big organizations and blockchains um, and all the money they've invested into devs and into their community. I don't see them failing to grow, and that's why I think cross-chain is so important. Um, I think the reason that like Blockbuster went out of business is because of Netflix, right? And the convenience of sort of, you don't even have to get out of bed and you can put on a movie. Whereas with Blockbuster, you had to go, rent it out. You had to have a membership. That's the same things with decentralized exchanges, right? you gotta go, you gotta log in, you gotta do the know your customer, the KYC with your passport and whatnot. Um, there's a lot of steps when it comes to registering for a centralized exchange, and that's not to say that centralized exchanges don't have their place, but DeFi and decentralized exchanges are just way more convenient. Uh, you know, you could change coins across chains at the click of a mouse. What have you got to lose at that point?
I think it's fantastic what you guys are doing. You got a really good mission statement, um, really good objective, offering some really key utility for the whole ecosystem of like not just Polygon but multiple EVM compatible chains. So that's definitely phenomenal. Um, with that said, I don't see any other last minute questions coming in. If you guys want to get them in quick. But I think we're pretty good to wrap things up here, Matt. It's been phenomenal having you and learning all about O3 Labs and all your products. So really appreciate you coming out.
Yes, thanks so much for your time, Sanzi. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate everyone who showed up for O3 Swap. Sort of get a glimpse as to what we're doing with cross chain.
Yeah, and I just kind of bumped the links again in the voice chat text channel. So they're in there if you guys come up with questions you want to ask after this, or if you want to keep up to date with O3 Labs. I highly recommend joining their Discord, using their website or their DApp, everything, you know. It's a really cool project. Thank you so much again, Matt.
Yeah, no problem. It's really great to have this functionality within the Discord too. Yeah, I love the community you guys have set up here. I'm definitely going to be taking some pointers and trying to improve the O3 Discord based on Polygon. Uh, yeah, I can't say enough good things about Polygon lately. You know, my interactions with you guys have been some of my most professional interactions uh, within the whole crypto space. And for all you guys here who definitely like Polygon and are enamored with sort of everything going on with the Polygon ecosystem, we're going to be having another Twitter Spaces with the Polygon ecosystems handle, and that's going to be on July 22nd. And hopefully, we could do some O3 coin airdrops at that time. Well, we will do some O3 airdrops for the Twitter Spaces on the 22nd.
All right, guys, that's some big alpha right there. Mark your calendars. Matt, thanks again so much. It's been great having you. You're always welcome back. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, thanks so much. All right. Take care, guys.
All right.
Thanks for joining.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again.
Bye bye.